Hey, Tom Rabbit! I hope you got this for your recording. Hey, YouTube out there. Tom Rabbit likes to record these. Hey, Tom Rabbit! My whole point is these people are phonies. Every single one of them.
We agree on that. Listen, you know the plot hole. I told you that they invited me to have a debate about the age of the
No.
Earth.
Don't even listen to me. Don't even go on there. The both of them have the mentalities and disposition of obnoxious teenagers, and they're grown adults. So I would not go on their show. J.L. Warren has publicly slandered and defamed me. He has been confronted in writing on Discord and verbally, and he has doubled down on his slander of me. They've also done repeated attacks upon me. Johnny O at the Plot Hole recently did a bizarre psychotic rant against me. You can watch it yourself. It was like a 15-year-old did it. Okay, if you're going to go on an atheist show, at least go on a show that doesn't engage in public slander and defamation of a fellow Christian and atheists who don't behave like absolute imbeciles.
The thing is that when they proposed first debate the age of the Earth, then I asked him, is my interlocutor an atheist because of the age of the Earth? And he said no. And then I said, well, so then I see no reason to debate the age of the Earth, because I want to have debates with people which are atheists. And then he proposed me to have a debate about theism against atheism. I said, okay, we can have that. And then I had an interaction with Jill Warren, and he was constantly over-talking me, and then I left the room. And then yesterday I did find out that actually my debate partner on Thursday will be Jill Warren. They said, okay, I will debate you, but if it is a moderated debate where I have my time to actually answer to you. They agreed. So I will not retract now. I will have that debate. I have checked his YouTube channel, and he has a stream there, top 10 arguments why God doesn't exist. So I like to know who I am debating in order to prepare myself. And I started to watch his stream. The first thing that he says, Yahweh is the thunder god. I said, what? Thunder god? I've never heard that before. So I've started actually to investigate this, and I've uploaded a book in regards of the names of the Old Testament and the ancient Near Eastern and so forth. And actually the thunder god or the storm god was Baal, not Yahweh. So you see, that is precisely what I am saying. He is giving me motivation to actually dive into these arguments and then refute them. If you see, Yahweh is I am, and I am is absolutely a fantastic description of God, because it comes in the Old Testament over 6,000 times, and it means I am. He is the eternal. He has never
Hey, Otangelo. How would you feel it if there was some moron atheist who had a stupid YouTube channel almost nobody knows about, came out and publicly slandered and defamed you, was confronted about it, was defiant about it, unrepentant about it, okay? They publicly slandered and defamed you, okay? And then your other fellow Christians that you interact with are just going to go on and give them the right hand of fellowship in a debate, okay? How would you like that?
I mean, you are not alone. I mean, I've been slandered at Speed's channel.
No, I'm talking about, listen, I'm not just talking about somebody criticizing and ridicule you. We're talking about public slander about one's personal life, okay? Now, do you remember what you wrote at Sidney Winston's channel?
Have you seen my replies there? I've replied.
Right, and do you know that J.L. Warren has done a very similar type of slander against me? Yet you're going on and treating him, you know, like he's just a regular, typical atheist.
Okay, first of all, I didn't know this. I'm knowing it by you right now. I've committed to have this debate. I will not retract it, but I will consider what you are saying.
I mean,
J.L. Warren is somebody who is a vicious, he's a vicious, stupid YouTube atheist. He thinks he's smart. He's not. Okay. And he's somebody who has publicly engaged in slander and defamation against me. Okay. And he's been confronted about it. And he is defiant about apologizing for it. And he doubles and triples down on it. This is the kind of guy who claims that when I asked him, "Oh, where'd you get this information from?" I said, "Because it's false." And he goes, "Journalistic privilege." He claimed he was a journalist. This is the kind of psycho that we're dealing with. Okay. So you want to go on and debate somebody who you already know has publicly slandered and defamed a fellow brother in the faith? Go ahead, Otangelo. Then I won't have respect for you. Okay. No different between you going on and debating with Sidney Winston. Okay.
That's up to you, Darth. I mean, I deny to have a debate in regards of the age of the Earth. I felt already because he disrespected me in a conversation, constantly over talking me, and I left the room. So when I knew that it was him, I demanded that it would be a moderated debate. So I know about the territory that I am walking to. But if I renounce or deny
You're wasting your
after I
time.
gave
All
the
hot
word,
air is coming out of your mouth. Okay. You're just making one excuse after another. Okay. I told
it's
him
not.
out of respect for a fellow Christian, you should not debate this scumbag. Okay. He's a pig.
No, if he, come on, Darth, man. If he like had a prior commitment and he didn't know all this stuff,
He
why
was
would you want to back out now
good,
all of a
good.
sudden just
Tell him.
because he
No,
found out
tell him.
about
Hey,
this?
listen. When you publicly retract your slander and your defamation against Darth Dawkins about stuff in his personal life, which Darth has publicly repeated is categorically false, say, good. Then I'll talk with you.
And all I'm saying is the fact that Otangelo commits to a previous commitment, or follows through on a previous commitment. It's not some like slight against you in any way, and he, especially if he didn't know all that information before you just told him.
Good. Now you know.
Is this a debate right now?
No.
It is set for next Thursday. And
Wait, so Darth can ask you a question.
Good. Say good. Say I will say good. I'll show up next Thursday, but I await you offering a public apology for slandering Darth Dawkins. Okay, and say, oh, and by the way, when you issue that public apology for slandering Darth Dawkins about his personal life, okay, then I'll be there on Friday.
I will do following. I will
you don't have the
demand.
balls you don't have the balls to do it.
No, what I will do, Dart, I will concede this. I will ask him to publicly apologize for his slandering. Now, I will not condition it on my appearance on Thursday.
Not because you don't have the ball.
Well, he's already made a commitment, Darth. He has to
Yes.
uphold his commitment. It doesn't matter whether he finds out, further information. He's already made a
I mean,
commitment.
if I will retract because of that,
Yeah, I just think you're wrong
they
on
will-
this one, Darth. I'm sorry, man. I can't agree with you on this.
I mean, they will start to slander me and saying that I'm a pussy and that I'm afraid of them and it's not a real justification not to appear.
We're not talking about name calling or insights. We're talking about slander in one's personal life. Okay.
Well, it wouldn't be slander if they said that he doesn't, Otangelo doesn't uphold his commitments. That would be true.
Good. Say I made a commitment, but now I'll keep the commitment, but you need to publicly apologize for your slander.
I will write to them and I will challenge. I will call them out in
he doesn't-
regards of
Then
this.
if he refuses to apologize, he's the one who's abrogating the commitment.
Yeah. Well, if he says, I'm holding you to your commitment, your prior commitment that was unconditional.
Since one of these,
Yeah, I mean,
unconditional.
I mean, if it wasn't spelled out either way, whether it was conditional or not, I still think there's something to be said about.
You know what? None of you guys would be talking this way if you were on the receiving end of the kind of slander and defamation that pieces of garbage like J.L. Warren and Sidney Witness and Godness Girl, you would be singing the same tune that I do. Okay.
First of all,
I'm not even saying that you're wrong necessarily, but we have no way of knowing that.
Let me answer that. Dart, you've not seen any
knowing
of those.
What?
Listen, Dart, you've not seen basically
Tonlock, you have no way of knowing what.
I'm just saying, you might be right that I might respond in a certain type of a different kind of way if the slander was the same level or worse or whatever, but there's nothing that necessitates that I would think the same way. What could you say? I probably would, maybe, but there's nothing that necessitates that whatsoever.
Look, here's the question, right? Are we obligated to uphold our commitments, Darth, or do you think there's some exception here?
When we're just talking about an agreement to show up, but then when we find out that somebody has engaged publicly in egregious manner, that you can add a qualifier. I will keep my commitment, but you need to publicly apologize. And if you don't, then you're abrogating, me coming on. Okay.
I agree with Perkit and Tom Locke that I accepted the invite conditionally.
Good. Go
Now,
show up. Okay. Go show up. Don't bother talking with me anymore. Okay.
now listen, I want to say this as well. You've not seen any of the others which are frequently here on Discord defending you
Good.
on Winston.
I understand that. Go keep. Hey, Otangelo, go keep your commitment. Okay. Thanks for your time.
I'm just not sure, because I recall in the Bible that there was Roman soldiers who became Christians and were told to, continue their commitment, to fulfill their commitment to the Roman army.
Apples and oranges, my friend.
Okay, well, what's the?
I just don't see. I just don't see the connection to him like licensing or condoning any slander against you because of a. I just don't see it, man. I don't.
Well, I agree. They're two different scenarios, but I just don't know why. I think that in the future he should say, well, if you want me to show up, you're gonna have to apologize, right? But
The debate hasn't taken place. It's saying, as a qualifier for the debate, now that this new information has been presented to me that I was not aware that you have publicly slandered and defamed. Okay, say I still intend to keep my commitment, but you need to apologize. You need to retract your public slander. But he won't do that because he cares more. He cares more about somebody going, you didn't keep your commitment, than not standing up to internet scum who purposely and recklessly engage in slander. Okay. He cares more about that than standing up to a fellow brother who's doing
that's a false
apologetics, being
dichotomy.
slandered.
Maybe he cares about maintaining his commitments and being truthful.
No, he cares more about making his commitment than standing up for the truth.
Who, Blackout?
What do you want him to do? What do you expect him to do in this situation, dog? What do you?
J.L. Warren is a repugnant individual, even if he hadn't slandered me. Okay, but he has come out and he's publicly slandered and defamed me with absolute false personal information about my life. He's been confronted about it. He's openly fine about it. Okay, in writing and in audio. Otangelo knows about that, and he still plans to go and talk with him like J.L. Warren is not an outright public slander. We're not talking about J.L. Warren or any other atheist for that matter. Says, "Oh, I don't like Darth Dawkins. He's a dirtbag." He has purposely gone out there and he slandered me. Okay, and he's defiant about it. He's unrepentant. Even when I explained to him, it's that you have false information, right? And yet, going, "Oh, I made a commitment to show up next Friday. I don't care." Well, you're acting like this is a legal contract.
How do you know he's not going on there in hopes of making a fool out of him? Even with knowing the information, maybe his perspective could be expanded.
He now knows that he. Okay. Oh, so you see, how many times people say, "Oh, well, I initially agree, but I've decided that I don't want to do it." That's not breaking in a commitment. It's a tentative agreement to show up and to talk or debate. This is not like a legal contract or some type of moral commitment. It's just like, oh yeah, I'll show up on such and such debate. You mean that's irretrievable? It can never be retracted?
I'm not connecting this, man. It's like you're saying he's co-signing the slander by going.
What if he found out? What if he found out some terrible stuff about J.L. Warren? Okay, like hypothetically, he was engaged in pornography or whatever. I'm not accusing him of that. Okay, he would certainly back out of that. Okay. Look, I'm done. I'm finished what I have to say. He wants to sit there and going, oh, I have to keep my commitment. No, you don't. There's nothing immoral about saying I've had a change of mind about the scheduled appointment because you have publicly slandered Darth Dawkins. Okay. There's nothing immoral or breaking some type of contractual agreement. It's just like, oh, okay, I'll show up and debate. Okay. It would be one thing if he says, yeah, I will show up at X amount of time on such and such date, and then you don't show up at all. That would be different. But this is days and days before it. Okay.
Wait, Darth, I kind of came in late. Who are you debating or planning to debate?
You came into late discussion, and I'm not going to recap the whole thing. And I'm done. I have nothing more to say. I don't have any respect for Otangelo if he goes on there.
Oh, okay. All right.
I told Otangelo before he shouldn't be talking with Jack Engstrom, okay? Because he's a slanderer too, right? He's an internet stalker and a slanderer. And I said you shouldn't give these people the time of day. What does Otangelo go? And he just goes on and he talks with them as though he's just a normal everyday atheist. How bad do some of these atheists have to behave until some of you Christians will draw the line and say, you know what, you're persona non grata. You behave in this way, you've crossed the line of being dignified to interact with.
He definitely should.
I've been consistent on this. I have told other believers on Discord, okay, don't engage with Angstrom. Don't engage with Godless Girl. Don't engage with Sidney Winston. Don't engage with some of these very horrible atheists who commit public slander and defamation and engage in absolute internet stalking. Okay. And by the way, it's gone beyond that. I just haven't gone into detail. Okay. I've explained this to Otangelo. He ignores it and he goes on and he publicly interacts with Engstrom. Okay. He's doing the same thing with J.L. Warren. This is why I'm irritated with him.
It's true. He talks to Angstrom, even though he knows that he's what he does.
By the way, did you get that, Tom Rabbit?